and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is the accountant for the realm,
Sarah.
And today we're doing a review of Majesty for the Realm. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right. Majesty for the Realm is a card drafting game where you recruit various citizens to perform jobs that generate gold for your kingdom. Some characters synergize better with others, opening many paths to victory. Whoever has the most wealth at the end of the game wins. All right, well, so why did we get this?
We actually played it with some friends.
Yes, a long time ago at this point.
Yeah, had a great time and went out and bought it.
That's it in a nutshell. So let's talk about what we like. And I think one of the main things is the synergy between the cards.
Yeah, they each... And how many different types are there? There like 7?
I thought there were 8. Maybe there's 7. So there's the, oh God, what's the first one called? The Miller, the Brewer.
Yeah, Miller, Brewer, Witch,
the Guard,
the Knight, the Innkeeper, the Noble.
Okay, so just 7. Because the last one's the Infirmary, which doesn't actually have a person.
Just people go there
when they get hurt.
Yes.
Stupid knights.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you go and you take one card, you put it into its
designated
location.
Area.
Yeah. So the innkeeper goes to the inn. But how he or she scores will depend a lot on the other cards that you have, because it will often say, well, count up how many people you have here, and you get points for them as well. So you're trying to gain cards of certain types, but you don't want to specialize too much because the cards are random, so you don't know what order they're going to come up, and you can only get 12 cards, 12 people in a game.
Yes, and even some cards will even have other people scoring as well, because it's also like, and then anyone who has this character also gets 3 money.
Exactly. And we really enjoy the kinesthetic part with the poker chips and the meeples. You are constantly making change with the chips represent your wealth. And so you gain a few at a time, but then you have, once you get to like 10, you have to trade them in for a 10. You get enough 10s, you have to trade them in for a 50. So you are constantly doing this throughout the game. And then also at the end of the game, as you score each location that you have.
Right. And then you square all the ones that you have copies of.
So you're going to get a really high score in this, so you're going to be handling those poker chips a lot. I
think I got 200 something last game, so...
Yeah,
it adds up.
It adds up.
Real quick.
There's also we talked about that's easy to teach. That's right. So it's really easy to teach because every location tells you how it scores. It is iconography, but none of it's complicated.
Yeah. It just can feel complicated.
Right.
Especially as you collect more, especially for the locations that give you a bigger bonus for also having more.
Right. The math element of this might be overwhelming for some people who are math adverse. We talk about this a little bit in our Rolling with 2 video, so you probably want to check that out. Otherwise, this game is really surprising at how much depth it has for such a light game.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's just a card drafting game.
Yeah.
But you have so much that you have to consider with all that math going on.
Yeah, in fact, I think one game we played, Sarah made a move, and I'm like, oh, okay, my next option is bad because then she benefits more than I do.
Yep.
So I locked out of that one and that one. Then I have to move on to this one, and if I build a strategy on that one, if I'm letting her go ahead... It was that lot, and that was just the first turn. Right,
yeah, because if, like I think we've mentioned, each location can score different things, but it can score for other people. Other people will score on your turn. So you have to be careful. Am I getting enough points that justify me taking this person when my opponents are going to gain points as well?
Yeah.
And that can be quite challenging, but then that's also the engaging part of it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's everything we like about the game, and what we don't like, and I think this is bigger issue in a 2-player count, is because the players are balancing each other out. Like Will said, I got a card. Is he going to take a different card that might score me points, and so on and so forth. But if you have someone who just keeps going after a certain thing and the other player does not stop them, you can have a runaway leader.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good. And sometimes if you're not paying attention soon enough, then after a certain point, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. The game really suffers from the fact that it requires other players to balance each other out.
Right.
And you can have someone sneak away
Yeah.
in the dead of night with all the money.
Right. Now, I see this as sort of I don't know if it's always a flaw, but it is a element of drafting games. And I've seen in a lot of other drafting games. Just most of those other drafting games, you're collecting sets. And so if you can aggressively draft cards against other people, you're just stopping them from getting a set, which affects points at the end of the game. But here, it's affecting points you earn as you play the game. And because of the way the math works, it exponentially gets worse.
Yeah, it's some cards do feel just flat out better than others.
Yes, that's true. So not sure how balanced the cards are, but it still can be fun. It's just that's something to watch out for. This is a game where you can't just do your own thing.
Yes, you have to be very aware of everyone else. I mean, you can still do your own thing and lose.
True, I did. I did it very well, too.
Very good job.
Will had all the innkeepers.
Yes.
Okay.
Good Lord, that was a lot of points.
That was a lot. Okay, who this is for. It's going to be for people who already have a few games under their belt, like lightweight games. They've played some other drafting games, and they want a bit more of a challenge. This is not going to be a good introduction to drafting.
But you're not going to be too far off.
No, not too far off. I just feel like I wouldn't necessarily introduce this to someone who's brand new.
Yeah.
Now, if they've played some games, they may have played a drafting game, then yes, as long as they've played some games.
This is the same designer that did Splendor, right? I think.
I don't know. I actually don't know the designer of Splendor.
I vaguely want to say it was. Because I would say you try something like Splendor first and then move on to this game.
It's just, Splendor doesn't have drafting like this does.
Well,
I would still focus on drafting before.
Well, it pays to grab a card, which is kind of like a draft.
I'd still say try something more common like Sushi Go for drafting.
Okay.
But we can agree to disagree. So that's his suggestion. And
I agree.
I agree. Okay, and also, this is good for experienced gamers who want a lightweight game, which is what I would consider us to be.
But watch out for that other player.
Yeah, just watch out for that other player. All right, let's move on to our ratings.
You know who you are, John.
Ratings.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we each have 1d6 worth of ratings to give. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, reason why, add them together, and see what it rolled for us. Sarah, what did Majesty for the Realm roll for you?
It rolled a 3. I do like the card synergies. I like that there's meaningful choices. I suck at drafting games because I don't tend to pay attention to what other people are doing. And that's a big no-no in this game if you want to do well. But I don't hate the game. I like it. I just am not that inspired by it.
Gotcha. I give it a 4. Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's fast. The only issue is the need to have other players balance the better player at the table.
Yeah.
Who knows the ins and outs of the game. So just make sure that person is checked.
Yes.
Then you'll be fine. But the fact that you have to do that is a little bit of a downside. Yeah. Otherwise, love making change, love throwing meeples around.
Yes, Majesty for the Realm, a.k.a. the Making Change game.
Yes, the Making Change game. So that will do it for us.
So 7.
7 out of 12.
7 out of 12. That's not bad.
Not bad. I'd say one of the things that will probably get you to buy this game is the components, because you do get a lot of neat.
And that's if it's still available. I forgot to check in that. This game's a little old at this point. I think it came out in 2017. I mean, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, that is not the oldest game out there.
Right.
But it's Z-Man game, and Z-Man game's not known for keeping things in print.
True.
So check the secondary markets if you're interested in it.
Yes. All right, Sarah.
Yes.
When your realm is done, do you ever have a need to name it?
No, I never really feel... But I never really feel like I'm building a realm. I feel more like I'm the hiring manager for the realm. I don't feel like Majesty at all. I'm the one putting people to work and counting the money at the end of the day. Yeah, I feel like a manager. So I definitely don't feel like I'm qualified to name the realm. That's above my pay grade.
You're like a scout for a baseball team.
Yes.
Actually, that would be pretty interesting. Retheme this as a scout for a baseball team.
Yeah, I could see that.
Get all your players. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even have a baseball team. It could just be your sports ball team.
Yes, Majesty for their sports for the realm. I don't know.
Scouting for sports ball.
Sports ball.
Awesome.
Awesome indeed.
All right, and we've been Rolling with Reviews. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with Two. That's TWO. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
And if you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you, because remember, he's rolling with you.